WWII Infantry combat is often remembered for gritty trench lines, rattling bolt-action rifles, and the slow, deliberate pace of mid-20th century warfare. But when you compare the average soldier's firepower in 1944 to what a modern infantryman carries in 2025, the difference is so dramatic it feels like two completely different universes. The transformation isn't just about guns getting better, it's about how technology, tactics, materials, and battlefield expectations have reshaped the very concept of what one soldier can do. Here's how infantry firepower evolved from the thunder of WWII. Rifern Dowdy de Dubber, eat somebody Daxern Vikau. Thubain de Nexer, on Natser Natcher. Precision, speed, and digital integration of modern weapons. In WWII, the backbone of infantry firepower was the bolt-action rifle. German soldiers carried the Karabiner 98K, British troops had the Lee Enfield, and Soviet infantry relied on the Mosin Nagant. These rifles were rugged and accurate, but even in trained hands they maxed out at 15 rounds per minute, and that's if you were fast. Compare that to today's assault rifles like the M4, HK416, or AK-12, which fire 700 to 900 rounds per minute in full auto or burst mode. Even though modern doctrine avoids spraying bullets wildly, the sheer ability to fire rapidly, combined with fast magazine changes, gives modern soldiers a massive advantage in suppressive fire and close-quarters engagements. A World War II infantryman commonly carried rifles with internal magazines, 5 rounds in the Kar 98K, 10 in the Lee Enfield, or 8 in the M1 Garand. Reloading often required fumbling with clips under fire. Modern infantry weapons use detachable 30-round magazines built for fast swaps that, with some training, take less than 2 seconds. Soldiers today also carry far more ammo thanks to lighter materials and compact cartridges. In World War II, nearly all infantry firefights were fought with iron sights. Optics were rare, fragile, and assigned mainly to snipers. Engagements were often limited by visibility, stress, and the difficulty of tracking targets with basic sighting systems. So, this means soldiers can, see in the dark, track moving targets a lot faster, and engage accurately at longer distances. Back in World War II, squads depended heavily on these really bulky machine guns like the MG-42 or the Bren. They needed crews to carry them, set everything up, and feed those long ammunition belts. These weapons were absolutely devastating, but honestly, they were pretty rigid. Suppressive fire required a lot of planning, careful positioning, and solid teamwork. Today, a modern squad can shift suppressive fire almost instantly, keep up their firepower while on the move, and adapt to urban combat way more effectively. World War II fragmentation grenades like the Mk2 Pineapple were simple, deadly, and honestly, pretty unpredictable. Their lethality depended heavily on luck and the environment. The modern infantryman's toolkit is dramatically more specialized, allowing for precise use of force without the chaos of World War II explosives. It's easy to compare guns, but really, communication is the true backbone of firepower. During World War II, infantry had to rely on runners, whistles, hand signals, and honestly, some pretty unreliable radios. Coordinating fire was slow and, yeah, it was often deadly. These days, a modern squad's idea of firepower includes instant air support, real-time intel digital maps, and even drone feeds. That's something, honestly, just unimaginable back in the 1940s. So, today's infantry is really designed to move fast, hit hard control space, communicate instantly, and adapt to all kinds of environments, whether that's urban, forest, desert, or even night operations. When you actually compare World War II infantry firepower to what we have today, the difference isn't just evolutionary, it's honestly transformational. A modern infantryman now carries weapons, optics, communication systems, and combat capabilities that would have seemed like pure science fiction to a soldier back in 1944. If, somehow, a World War II rifle squad faced off against a modern one, the outcome would be instant and absolute, not because soldiers today are any braver, but because their tools have just evolved like 80 years ahead of the battlefield.